Hey guys, if you are watching the recording, we are going to talk today about 3 ways you may be self-sabotaging. So if you're watching the recording, you might just want to scroll ahead just 1 minute where we are going to wait for people to come in. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about self-sabotage. Happy Thursday! My day's been back-to-back busy with a lot of coaching clients coming back after the holidays. I would love to know how your new year is going. Do you feel fired up? The things that might be holding you back. But today I'm going to talk about 3 ways you may be self-sabotaging without knowing or understanding that it's actually self-sabotage. So I'm going to go through that topic, and then at the end I will take questions. So any questions, comments, concerns that you have, put them in the chat. I will scroll through. Hey Joshua, hey Jam, hey Rob, hey really another Joe, hey Graham, hey Mike from Germany, it's late by you. Ooh, what about when you find other people sabotaging you and attempting to gaslight you so it appears like self-sabotage? That is a very intricate dynamic. Let's go through this topic and I will answer that question after, okay? So, in what ways are we self-sabotaging that we may not know or understand? So first of all, what is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is where we may have something good going for us in life, and on some conscious or subconscious level, we prevent ourselves from getting there or we destroy it. And so consciously is when you know that you're fucking something up. Subconsciously is where there's an old program running, an old template or behavior pattern running that you don't know that you are messing up. And often when we self-sabotage, it's very subconscious. This happens to a lot of people when they're about to get into relationships that are either healthy or unhealthy, where they get into a good relationship and they say, oh, it's kind of boring. I don't really know if I like them. They're too consistent or they're too predictable. And the safety of that person scares them. So they run away from that relationship, and that becomes a self-sabotage because they're so used to chaos that they're running away from safety. The opposite form of that self-sabotage is when, usually what I see with most men, you get together with a woman who is not good for you because she has not done any self-work. She herself also has a lot of childhood trauma. If you've experienced a lot of chaos and turmoil in your childhood, you get with someone who's very toxic, very chaotic, and you won't let them go. That's the person that you fight for. That's the person that you marry. That's the person that you're stuck with for the rest of your life. And you don't recognize that you've just self-sabotaged a lot of your life because you chose to be in that dynamic. And that's not their fault. That responsibility goes back on you for not understanding your patterns and habits. So one of the first ways that we can self-sabotage is, and this is apart from relationships, we self-sabotage by not doing what we know we should be doing. So we say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to do my taxes, or I'm going to start my business. And then we make an excuse not to go, or we make an excuse not to study, or we make an excuse not to pay our bills, right? That's self-sabotage. You know what's good for you. You know what to do. You're just not doing it. Why does this happen? Why does that subconscious program not let us get started? Because some part of you, sorry, just got an email. Because some part of you is feeling unworthy of whatever the outcome is, like you feel like you don't deserve it, or some part of you feels way more comfortable in the environment that you're in, and you just say you want that thing. You just say you want a business. You just say you want a healthier relationship with finances. You just say you want a healthier relationship. But it's so much of a non-priority for you because you're getting away with living how you are that it's not. So you continue to self-sabotage by choosing the bad habits that you have. Number 2, repeating past mistakes or behaviors over and over again, even when other people give you advice or they tell you that you're hurting them. This is going to come as a very kind of like punch in the face for a lot of men. A lot of men are very unconscious. They are not aware of the impact that they are having on their woman. They're not aware of the impact that they're having on others because they've been taught and trained not to experience their emotions, their feelings, or develop any kind of true emotional intelligence. So you tend to minimize problems a lot and not see them as a big deal. They don't impact you as much. However, this is what happens in relationships when men are being told over and over again that they are hurting their partner, and you minimize it, and then all of a sudden she wants to divorce you, and you're like, where did that come from? That stuff wasn't a big deal. And still you minimize it. That wasn't a big deal. We could have got over that. It was such a small problem. But no, we need to start understanding that small problems to us might be big problems to other people, and that's important too. That's a form of self-sabotage if we cannot hold space for someone else, if we cannot create emotional depth with someone else, if we cannot understand and learn from our mistakes, if we just say, oh yeah, I'll do it, I'll get over it, I'm learning, I'm growing, but we don't actually do it. Do you know how much that wears on your masculinity? Do you know how much that wears on your self-confidence, self-esteem? That's when you really start feeling like a little bitch, because you don't even trust yourself. You're not doing what you say you're gonna do. And it has nothing to do with the woman. It has everything to do with you and your relationship with yourself. Okay? I don't care if she's demanding the world from you or she's crazy or toxic. If you can develop the skill set, how do I hold space for someone? How do I empathize with someone? And I'm going to sidetrack a little bit and give you the most gold piece of advice you'll get probably in your entire life. How to listen and understand and apologize properly, okay? So I hope you're listening. Please take notes on this because this is very important. It's something that I've really struggled with in relationships, is when someone cannot apologize properly. So a proper apology is not just, I'm sorry, okay? It's okay because you're at least saying sorry, but usually when a lot of people say sorry, they're just trying to pacify you. They're just trying to get you to shut up. And it doesn't feel warm. It doesn't feel genuine. And this is why a lot of women are bringing back up in your life again and again and again a mistake you may have made because they don't feel like it's been resolved. And they don't feel like it's been resolved because the apology is not proper. So a proper apology acknowledges the issue, validates the person and their perspective, and sets action items on how it's going to be different in the future. And then it has follow through. So it's not just this conversation, it's this extra step over here that has the follow through. You need the follow through, or else all of this is eliminated and completely obliterates any trust you may have built from that. Okay? So here's a proper apology. I'll give you an example. Let's say person number one is really upset because this person forgot their birthday. Okay, I'm sure we've all had this scenario, right? Like this person is saying, I'm so mad at you. You forgot my birthday. I feel like lonely and abandoned. And you as a guy might say, I'm so sorry. That wasn't it at all. I'll do better next time. And they're just like so upset because you didn't connect with the lonely and abandoned part. And you don't seem to have any empathy for the fact that you actually fucking forgot their birthday. A proper apology is something like, you're right, I'm so sorry, I forgot a day that was so important to you. I should have remembered. I never meant to make you feel lonely and abandoned, and I can see how it would make you feel that way. What if we go out X date to make up for it, and I've already put it in my calendar to remember for next time a week ahead of time, so this will never happen again, because I don't want you to feel that way. That addresses the validation, the actual problem. It reaffirms the actual issues, and it's already set. An action item. It's not putting the action item in the future. I already did this, XYZ. That's a proper apology. I hope some of you watching took notes because this is gold, okay? And I don't care if you stay with that person forever or not. If you write down how to apologize properly to anybody, you're going to keep so many friends, relationships, etc. alive because they're going to feel like you really understand them, okay? And then you'll be light years ahead of most men and most people because most women don't know how to apologize either. And you can teach this to people just by the way you apologize. They will never feel more heard, understood, and validated by someone, I promise you. So that's a proper apology. The next way that you may be self-sabotaging is not reaching to your full potential. And what I mean by this is you're staying in a comfy cush life or a mediocre life that just doesn't challenge you. So you're not surrounding yourself with new people, new friends who are pushing you, who have maybe goals and dreams. You're not challenging yourself with courses or educational content or controversial content that may make you think outside of your belief system. And you're not working on things with your partner. So your life is just kind of flatlining. And when a heartbeat flatlines, what happens? You die. So part of the reason you're self-sabotaging is, life is going this way. It's not just going flat, it's going up. And while it's going up, you're going like this, which means you're going down. Okay? So you're self-sabotaging because you're not reaching the full potential. And this is why a lot of men get to this place where they feel like they achieved all of their goals and dreams, and now they're at this midlife crisis. And they're like, I don't know who I am, I don't know my purpose, I don't know my mission, because at some point, the people that they surrounded themselves with and the goals that they were chasing stopped being so high up, right? I call it the mountain effect. So you have a mountain goal that you've been climbing for like a decade, and then you get there, and then you're like, holy fuck, I climbed the mountain, what do I do now? So I need you to always be setting a higher goalpost, to be surrounding yourself with more challenging things. And that's not saying that you're never good enough. It's saying that you're so good, you are so worthy, that you deserve to always be challenged. You deserve to always have something more, something better. So I'm satisfied with the hike, but I'm going to keep hiking because I love the view, baby. That's what you got to say to yourself. It's not about not being worthy. It's not I'm worthy once I get to the top. It's no, I'm so worthy. I'm going to keep hiking because I want to see more views. So that's another way that you may be self-sabotaging. So in conclusion, if you want to start the year off in a way that's going to blow this year out of the water, we're on day 4. Some of you haven't even left the couch in 4 days. I need you to get up. I need you to set some goals. I need you to surround yourself with different people who inspire you to be a better man. And obviously, my group is called Better Man Membership. We have men in there who every day are posting, commenting, watching the courses. There's over 20 courses in there already, and every single Sunday we have a session together. I'm there every single Sunday showing up for these men. They're there on Sunday showing up for themselves and for each other. And the expert speakers that we have come in, we have Michael Cernow coming in this weekend. He's going to talk about mental toughness and how he overcame addiction to get to this place where he's owned over 5 businesses, sold equity in them. Now he has Creatures of Habit, which is like a fitness industry. And he's going to be teaching the men how to develop and curate that. And I gave an offer out yesterday that basically no one took advantage of for $10, which is crazy to me because or else it's $1,000 and $3,000. So whoever's in this room right now, if you want to take advantage of that and get in for the first month for $10, you can DM me first month and I will send that coupon to you, or else I'm eliminating that coupon because nobody cares about a good deal. And I'm going to go back to $1,000 as a minimum and $3,000. So if you want that, once again, first month, DM me first month, and you can get in for the first month, $10, and get your year off to a good start where you're surrounded by men who want to see you do better, the expertise that I have, and unlimited kind of content courses for you to get involved with. So do not pass it up. Do not self-sabotage by once again watching someone speak over the internet and doing nothing about it. Take action. That's another thing. If you're self-sabotaging, you're not taking action. You're listening to all the content, you're watching all the podcasts, and you're not doing things. You need to do the things. And that's also the whole point of the Better Man membership is feel better, do better, be better for yourself, your community, your family, and the next generation of men. I'm relying on you guys to inspire the next generation of men. I know a lot of you have children, sons, daughters, and you are setting the example for the next generation. So whether you join my group or you're joining your own group or whatever it is, get out there, get action done, and inspire some people, okay? So I love you guys. I'm going to get off this live call now. I'm going to go live on TikTok and Facebook. I'm also going live there. But once again, DM me first month. Get in the Better Man group. And, another thing that's coming out. One last offer. The Year of the Man Summit is coming up. That is a free summit at the end of February. I haven't finished the landing page yet, but it's going to be done this week. Free summit. Sign up for that. 3 days. It's an entire, basically like a summit. Like 3 days. Many different creators coming on. Sabrina Zohair from Do the Work podcast. She talks about attachment styles. She's got almost 1 million followers on TikTok and Instagram. She's coming and doing this for free for you guys. I put out my heart, soul, and blood for you guys on a daily basis. And all I want in return is for you to turn around and actually curate some action and be better in the world. Okay? So, I love you guys. Maybe I'll answer one question. Hang on. Flo, I'm in the Better Man membership and the masterclasses and community are dope. I love you, Flo. I'm looking forward to you commenting in the community again. I just emailed you. Flo's in there. It's been awesome. And this year it's going to be awesome. I'm in there every single day now. So before I was very distant. I didn't put my time in there as much. Now I'm dedicating all I have to the Better Man membership. So it's blowing up. Joshua Tree, I'm going to do it if I can afford the next month. If you can't afford the next month, then cancel. I would rather have you do at least 1 month of action-packed action than to put off and put off and put off. And who knows who you might meet in that group who might get you some skill set that you need to make more income. Don't delay. Just do the $9.99 for the first month and you might have a windfall that gives you $1,000 to join for the whole year for the lifetime membership. Don't be afraid. Just take action. We'll figure it out. I'm here to help you figure it out. I can't wait to see you in there, Josh. DM me first month. First month. I'll put it in the chat. I've got long fingernails on, so you bear with me. So I'm fired up, guys. I really, really want the best for you. It's difficult to take action. Well, is it more difficult to take action than it is to stay in a life that you don't like, that's not serving you? Because I think it's harder to stay in a life that's sucking the life out of you. And I hear this also. A lot of men come to me in coaching and they're struggling in their relationship and they're like, it's so hard to move on. And I'm afraid of the pain. And I'm like, you're already in pain. Like, you're not absent of pain in this life. What makes you think you're going to be in more pain by setting yourself free? It's impossible, because you're already suffering. What if everything worked out? What if you could have the life you always imagined? What if you were surrounded by a community who wanted to see you feel better, do better, and be better? What if you learned skill sets that you never even thought about before that completely changed your life, that completely changed your career, your relationships, the next generation of your children, your generational wealth, your generational love? What if it completely changed the way that you could connect it with emotions, with how you feel about things, with how you take action on things? What if that happened? Let's think about that outcome, because that is what happens when you're in this environment of people who only care about your well-being, right? That's why it's so expensive to coach with me, because I care about your well-being, and I don't have the patience to coach someone who only supports their victim mentality. I don't got time for that. If you want to work with me, you want to get something from your life, okay? Because I didn't come from an easy life either. None of this got handed to me and I had to work for it, and now I'm giving it to you in the most condensed format that I can possibly think of to try to help you out. So are you going to be a man who's crying and complaining about the littlest things, about like, I didn't get this, this, and this? Or are you going to say, because I went through this, this, and this, I'm going to do something about it? That's who I want you to become, okay? We're going to validate the pain that you went through, but we're going to alchemize that into something beautiful, something powerful. Get connected to your masculinity again, get connected to that power again, and fucking take over the world, okay? So I love you guys. I appreciate you. DM me first month. I will see you in there. Sunday is our first session with Michael Cernel, mental toughness, and we're going to blow shit out of the water, okay? So I love you guys, and I will see you next time.